Just come and hold me, shake me and mold me.
Welcome to Coffee with Tara. Today I have some awesome, amazing, talented artists. We have Seth Taylor here today. We have Malan and Lawrence. And they are very, you guys, they're not just basic. They know how to dance, they know how to sing and write, and they're going on a tour called the Become Tour 2016. And today they're just going to share the heart behind that. So thanks for coming today, you guys, out of your busy schedule.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what is Become 2016? What is the heart behind that? Where did it begin?
Well, it started in Tampa, Florida. I have an album called Be True. And from there, I wanted to kind of like tour, and I used to play on the Riverwalk a lot, doing little busking, street playing.
Wow.
And then when this guy came to me, he was like, because it was really successful. It's like people would come. I did it for like a year, but he's like, man, you should do this everywhere. Like you should go play at different places. So it just kind of like developed. It developed. It's like So I was like, I'm gonna play 50 states, 50 landmarks, and I'm just gonna see what happens from that. So I started talking to people. This one guy, he actually toured 50 states with his wife, and I talked to him, and he just told me like, yeah, I didn't have everything together when I first went out. So I was like, he kind of encouraged me to do that, and just like talking to different people. Some books that really encouraged me was this one guy named Howard Hendricks. He's teaching to change lives, and basically he was talking about the difference between experience versus just education. Like you have to actually go and experience something.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. And what I love about this is you guys are doing something different. There's so many things people are doing. Our generation's kind of like, not doing as well as we could, or like reaching our best potential, our God-given talents. And you guys are using your talents and coming together,
Exactly.
And using it as a ministry, and that's powerful.
Exactly.
So how long have you guys known each other?
3 years.
Three
I know
years.
him 3 years. 3 years.
Around three.
Yeah, 3 years.
So we all went on Epic Assemblies together. So
First year.
yeah, the very first year of Epic Assemblies, which is another ministry
Travel.
that travels around the country as well.
Yeah, which is a big deal. And you guys perform for young kids and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Assemblies.
That's
stuff like
awesome.
that.
So yeah, that was when we all first started working together, and then we
Yeah.
all stay in contact, and now we're on Become.
Yeah.
What do you guys think has been the biggest challenge when doing the Become Tour? Has there been any obstacles or anything that's come in the way?
It's like, all right, I was like,
Because a lot of times when you're doing something God's put on your heart and something that's so powerful, the enemy will try to put obstacles or make it 10 times harder. Has there been any challenges?
Well, I would say this. I would say this first. Martin Luther King has a quote where he basically says a man is not defined by where he stands in times of comfort and convenience.
Woo.
But-
Come on, Lawrence. Okay.
But in times of challenge.
Yeah.
And it is so true, whether the challenge is small or the challenge is big. For the most part, we try to take on a view of like, here's a challenge, well, let's go. Even though we're kind of comfortable with each other, we challenge each other, but there's a sense of they know me. I talk crazy, so we sharpen iron. Iron sharpens iron to the point of even bumping heads sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's so good if you have somebody that says yes all the time. Then you're gonna find that you're not growing.
Wow, that's deep.
You're gonna find that maybe even your perspective is one-sided. And so for me personally, my biggest of challenges were internal, and they were dealing with things that are going on in society to being challenged by each other. But I had to just change my perspective in a way that could bring forth a better outcome. So
Wow, that's good. That's really good. And that's not easy to do. I can tell that you've done a lot of maturing and growing as well, and you've learned a lot, so that's awesome. So what talent do you use for part of the Become Tour? What do you do on tour?
Tell you the truth, all right, so I am talented in the area of dance.
Yeah.
But I feel like what's been used the most is probably communicating.
Wow,
And
yeah.
so
I watched a video, you guys' tour video, and you said some very powerful things, and I see a lot of wisdom in there, so I think that's awesome. Getting the message across for sure. So what about you, Malan? What is your talent? I heard, rumor has it you've been on Rachel Ray. One of your talents, no big, but what's your talent for
Singing. Well, I started off doing music. So music is the base. I've played in like chapels and stuff. My dad's a chaplain, so that's kind of like the entry of doing that, playing piano,
so
guitar.
you've always been around music?
Yeah. And then so I started doing singing and writing around like 16. So I just kept that up, kept doing that over. My first name was Malan Jones, and then I started doing rapping and stuff. And then that switched over to Malan Jones because it's more R&B. And Enemies Little Warriors. So I like the name and the, when you do art, it's war.
Yeah.
It's like it's a battlefield, of blocking out those different kind of negative thoughts and stuff. So my biggest message is to empower people to be who God has called them to be. To actually, everybody's not a guitar, everybody's not a drum set, everybody's not a piano. But when we work together and we play our parts well, we're making beautiful music together in the ears of God. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole message of becoming. It's like don't hold back, don't neglect what God has put in your heart. Don't neglect it. You need to see what it's all about. And so those were the three questions that came to me when I started on this was who are you, where are you going, and who's going with you. And it's funny because the last one, who's going with you, my mom was freaking out. My dad was like, this is cool. My mom was freaking out. Yeah. But I was like, when the presence of God is with you and you've been learning this all your life about who God is, it's like, the presence of God is going to protect you, wherever you go. And so it was really that's who was with me, and he's going to guide me, protect me. And when I did, because I did do 15 states solo first.
Wow,
and
what was
then
that experience like?
Yeah, so it was great.
Yeah.
And then, but when I reached here in Arizona, in Tucson, when I went to Tucson, then that was God was showing me you just can't carry all this weight by yourself. You gotta have.
You need partners.
Yeah.
People to build you up too.
Exactly. So so my gifting is I went to school for film and media arts, University of Tampa, graduated there in 2012, and started on Soul Mag TV, where that was with Pastor Tommy Cologne. That's how I actually met him, his family. Yeah. I was interviewing him.
It was like this. It was all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then from there, I've always had music in the background of, just playing, and I taught at a Boys and Girls Club, music production, music theory.
Wow. If you could describe yourself in one word as a music artist, what would you describe yourself as?
Just passionate.
Passionate.
Yeah.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you. Wow, you have a big history of music, and dang, I can see why you're passionate about it. So what about you, Seth? What is your talent for the tour?
I rap. Right. I mean, it's been a interesting. It's been a while since I actually really started writing. Because before this tour, it's probably a solid year.
Yeah.
That I kind of stopped a lot of things.
Wow.
Everything was kind of put on hold because there was a lot of things going on in my life, whatever.
And we have those times where we just feel like our heart's not in it. Even in my interviews, I've been there too, where you just have a block. You're not as passionate as you used to be.
Yeah, because it was weird because when it comes to writing, it wasn't that I didn't want to. It was just that I literally feel like I just couldn't. I just couldn't write because it was kind of what you were saying. There was a lot of things going on in my head. As far as worthiness or it's am I even really even that talented to do this, whatever. And it's weird because I've been around music my entire life.
You grew up? Did you grow up on tour with your parents?
Yeah, I grew up doing this. Just all that's all I really know is going on the road, doing music, ministry, all kind of stuff. And so it was really weird for me to feel that disconnected. Because like I said, there was a lot of things I was going through, whatever, and kind of just falling into a comfort zone, which one of our biggest messages just trying to get out of the comfort zone. So I was kind of trapped in the comfort zone.
How did you get out of that place? Because I bet there's a lot of people that might be dealing with that too.
One of the biggest ways, man, to get out of a comfort zone is first recognizing that you're even in one, and like even admitting that like, okay, I'm in a place where I'm comfortable, but I am not growing. Like maybe comfortable and financially, comfortable and like socially, whatever, but I am not growing. So that's the first thing. The second thing would be, excuse me, the second thing would be take inventory. See what you do got, see what you don't, whatever. And that is a process of its own. And then after that is position yourself. So for me, like when I kind of stopped doing a lot of ministry, all kind of stuff, or like not that I was denouncing God necessarily, because I was going through a lot of stuff. But anyway, not like denouncing God, but I kind of just put everything on hold because I was like, I'm not in a place right now, y'all. Give me a little while.
Yeah.
But even during that, I was getting like a lot of opportunities like to go do this, go do that, because of like reputation type thing. But when Mike gave me a call about joining on this thing, I was like.
So when he offered you to become part of the Become Tour, what was going through your head? Were you just like,
so I was at work.
Ready?
Okay, so I was at work when he gave me a call. Literally by that point, because like I said, I was in the comfort zone, so all I was doing was going to work, going to sleep. I wasn't hanging out.
Just
I was
that
like,
routine.
I was like, man, like don't bother me. But anyway, so he gave me a call while I was at work, and this is like around the time I kind of just barely started to get like my strength back, just as a starting to read a little more scripture, trying to try to talk to God, like just trying to kind of get back into the swing of things.
And sometimes we don't feel like it, but it's good that we still do it. You know, we're not gonna always want to be in that.
Yeah, man. Like, because it just felt like literally I was trying to like dig out a hole. So when I just started to attempt to try to do that, then I get this call about this crazy opportunity about going to all 50 states. Because I traveled a lot, but I haven't been to all 50 states. I was like, I don't really know. I may have been 40, so I don't have like a couple more to go. Yeah. But so I was like, damn, that'd be kind of dope. But it wasn't just that. There was so much more than that. He gave me a call, and he's like, yeah, man. So I don't know if you've really seen what I've been doing, but I would really like you to join me on this thing. It's a 50-state tour, and we're gonna be playing music at like landmarks, like really historical areas, all kind of stuff. I was like, all right, man, give me just a night to think about it. And normally I was kind of like, no, I'm good, man. I'm really in the place right now. But anyways, it like just kind of started adding on. It kind of started building on me like in just a couple of days. Like it was one of those kind of situations, and this is what I've been telling people. It's one of those kind of situations where like your spirit like signed off even before you even had a chance to reply. So in my mind I was like, why do I feel like I really should do this? And so, I told Shem about it. I was like, hey man, like, so Mike was telling me about this thing, and like, my whole family was seeing me go through this season in my life, and they're like, and Shem was just like, you should go. I was like, what? I was like, man, like where I'm at right now. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that right now. He's like, no, you should go because this sounds like something, that would actually help you personally, all kind of stuff. And like, just one more thing on that, like, Become2016 is so much different than anything I've ever done. Like with the Epic Assemblies, completely different. Like,
what's been your best experience so far on Become2016?
Personally, man, I probably have to say Ohio was probably, because I used to live in Akron, Ohio, so
cool.
So we were over there, and that was just
it was tripping.
Yes, turns out.
No, because like it wasn't just about being back home. Like, excuse me, that really affected me because like that's where I got saved. I was like 6 or 7 years old when I got saved, and like. For the longest time, I was really young, so I forgot exactly where it was, but I knew that I got saved there, and it was crazy because when we went back, I actually had an opportunity to go back to where I first got saved. It was like an outreach that my parents were doing, and God, because like the entire tour, God was like literally like rewinding my entire life right before my eyes.
That's awesome.
And so like God was literally like trying to remind me about everything He'd done in my life.
And
so
that's
that
so
was just
amazing.
powerful.
Yeah, like God never forgets about us. He always reminds us certain things or brings us in places that we feel Him, because He loves us so much, especially when we have purpose. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Lawrence, so if you could describe yourself in one word as a dancer, how would you describe yourself?
We are live now on Facebook. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like dope.
I'm trying to think, how would I describe myself? One word as a dancer.
He's got rhythm, right, you guys? Let's just
Got
check.
more. This guy, he sings.
I got a little rhythm.
He's got rhythm. He plays drums.
Man, I mean, like,
Wow,
can
he's really
can I just like throw a word out there just for you to chew on?
Yeah.
Like, man, because when I see Lawrence dance, man, like I just see straight worship. Like it's just like it's like man, like I literally just like picture, you know, like you being in heaven, man, like just dancing right in front of the Lord. Like that's the way I feel when I see you dance.
That's amazing.
And like I'm just like, man, you just worshiping, man, you just worshiping. Like it's not like for show. He just
Yeah.
like literally giving his everything to God. So that's what I.
That's really good.
But you're up. So what's
Yeah. Like I
that's
literally, it's kind of crazy. Like, I got to this place where, and I can look back and see like the little things that God has done in my life, even to the point of me dabbling in a bunch of little things, trying to find my identity.
Yeah.
And so, I'm turning this off. It's a distraction. Phones are a distraction. And so, it literally, like he literally showed me like these little things just all through my life, from even to the point of taking, I used to be on the improv team in high school, and that like opened me up to a whole nother level of allowing spontaneous things to happen in my life. I remember taking an art class and the teacher being like, if you go outside the lines, still continue to create, you know, and just showing me how like, man, I'm outside the line, but he then creates this picture that's not even really a part of the picture, but it's different and it looks good, and so just looking back on these different areas, because I used to draw, I used to do a bunch of different things, just looking for a relational, one, knowing that I love creativity, and two, looking for a relational tool with people and these different groups of people. And but seeing how God used that to where I'm at today, and by him saying that, I can clearly see, because I'm at the point now most times when I dance, I don't think about anything, and unless it's a message or it's God. And these guys know, like, you know, we've had conversations where it's been like, you know what, if I'm not doing one or the other, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I totally accept that.
That's good. Wow, that's powerful. So what can people expect from you guys in Become Tour 2016? Or could you share anything more about it?
Well, the funny thing about that is it already happened.
Yeah.
And we're putting out the movie. We're putting out a movie November 18th.
Wow.
The whole experience.
So where can people check that out at?
Right now, you can go to Become2016.com and you can get tickets there. And so we're just basically set up different locations as well in Tucson. So it's going to be released there, but we might have some other venues opening up as well.
Shameless plug. So if y'all want to get Phoenix, inbox us.
Yeah.
That's right.
On our Facebook, or you can just hit our email up, BecomeBooking@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So BecomeBooking@gmail.com.
And like a little more about exactly what the movie is. Like, it's for one, it is very timely. It's really timely, like for our day and time right now. We know what social media is looking like. It's just blowing up with negativity, like Lawrence was saying in the video. Just a lot of stuff going on. And first off, like I mean, this was on purpose, just the way we look, but like, it blows a lot of people's mind that like it's like three black dudes hop inside a car going all around America during this time, all this stuff going on. But you know, like, but it's so much more than that at the same time. Like it's a timely message because, you know, we're doing the opposite of what a lot of people are doing. We actually call ourselves excavators. We're digging up the history of America and finding the gold of it instead of the greed or the negativity of the foundations of our country. And so it has the ability to reach and touch almost everybody.
Welcome back to Coffee with Tara, you guys. I'm so glad you're tuning in. We are here with these young, talented artists, and they're just going to have some closing thoughts about Become2016 tour, and they're also going to perform a little bit for us, you guys.
Hey.
Yeah, so do you guys have any closing thoughts or any advice or anything you want to share with people out there?
Well, like I said, it's the biggest thing. Oh, can you?
Oh.
See, this is real, you guys. We don't edit nothing. This is what it is.
Yeah, I would say, really search of who you are, and really know where you're going. Get that relationship with Christ, because, wherever you go, if God is with you, you do not have to be afraid. You can become who you're called to be, just with having that faith in God and just cultivating that relationship and really find out who you are in Christ. So that's what I'll leave with you.
That's really good. Lawrence, do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I would say faith is for today. Faith is for today. And what I mean by that is when you step out, like God will meet you there, wherever it may be. I'm reminded of stories in the Bible where here it is, a man is in battle, and he literally asked God to stop the sun right there where he's at, to stop the sun and to stop the moon on another side, just for a whole day, so that he can accomplish his goal, which was being in battle. And then I'm thinking of like so many occasions in the Word of God where even to the point where you take Noah, for example, like he literally had to take a step the day God told him to build this ark. And it's like, all right, start getting the wood. It's gonna take a while to build this thing as big as he wanted to be. And I mean, I'm just thinking about all these people in the Word of God that literally had to have faith in such a sense of like, right now is a moment that's full of different possibilities, and I have a choice to make. So for me to get out of my comfort zone and just make this choice like could change the whole, not just your life, but many others' lives. And so I just want to encourage people, like, faith is for today. Like, if there was one thing that you feel like that you could do today that could change your life, what would it be? Why not start take the first step on that? And man, you'll look back a year from now. You do that every day, just that one thing every day. Who knows where you'll be? And
That's great advice.
And so yeah, faith is for today.
Amen. What about you, Mr. Seth Taylor? Do you have any closing thoughts or any advice or anything you want to share with our viewers?
The biggest thing that I've learned on this thing, man, is and even as I'm talking about, I'm being reminded about this thing over and over, is that it's so important that we don't forget who we are as individuals in God. Because when you forget who you are, you forget your purpose, you forget your value. Biggest thing that I've learned is, whatever foundation God sets in your life or even in our country, foundations, it's unchangeable. It is what it is. Like, when God saved me, that's the foundation that God laid in my life. And so that it's a good feeling to know that doesn't change, but at the same time, I can't walk astray from that and start building my own foundation on top of it, thinking that it's still God's foundation, but really I started building my own thing on it. And the Bible talks about, that whatever foundation that man creates is going to fall because it's built on sand and not on a solid foundation. I'm reminded of scriptures how Peter was talking to the Pharisees about, you guys have rejected the cornerstone, the main piece that holds the entire thing together, which is Jesus. In my own life, when I forget who I am or what I stand on, everything falls, and this is literally as simple as that. When I forget what it is, then I fall. Like once again, Peter, falling, and just so much things, man, in the Bible, man. I'm reminded in Exodus 17. Actually, I was just reading this the other day about how Moses they were being attacked by Amalek in the wilderness after they're already out of Egypt, and Moses was holding. Okay, so that they were battling against this enemy, whatever, and Joshua was out there fighting. Moses said that, hey, I'm gonna go down this hill, and I'm gonna hold up the rod, his staff. And whenever he whenever his arms started to get weak, the whole battle was changing. They started losing against the enemy, but when he put it back up, they started winning again. And we can look at the rod as a symbol of Jesus. When America or I as an individual stops holding up Jesus in front of my life, the battle that's what determines the battle. And even during that, Aaron and her is a weird name, but Aaron and her, because Moses' arm was getting weak, they had to help Moses keep his arm up. And so that's like the three, God talks about how, where three or more gathered, or two or more gathered, so I guess the biggest thing, I'm gonna stop talking, is that sometimes in order to be reminded of who you are, you need someone else to remind you. And sometimes in order to remember who you are, you have to rewind your life, like God did for me personally.
Yeah, and having good people in your circle too.
Yeah. Definitely.
So the question that I would ask, just for people to chew on, is, what will you become when you remember who you are?
It's good.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow. Alrighty, you guys. So can you play something for us? Maybe like a minute or something?
Yeah.
Show them what you guys
You gonna play with us, right?
Alright, I'm gonna try, you guys. I'm gonna try.
Very simple. Upbeat.
You about to play that song about when the frog was wrestling,
Yeah.
and then the chick.
What?
No.
See, that's the greatest stuff he was talking about.
Yeah.
That made me sense.
I was like really trying to follow this. I was like, frogs.
This one's called Let's Take a Ride. It's been said, nothing new under the sun. Everything to do has already been done.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I can't have any fun, so I'm gonna live it up and better do. While I'm in, got my eyes to the sky.
Hey.
Step to the sky. If it's all I think, that would be suicide.
Suicide.
From the good guys, nothing to hide. Nothing keeps the light.
Come on, let's take a ride, y'all. Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride. Hey, hey.
To the other side.
To the other side.
Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride.
Hey, hey.
Let's take a ride.
Yeah, I remember.
To the other side.
Look, grew up in the craziest of ministries. Mom and daddy hearing from the Lord. Put your kids inside a car. Feeling good, pay your job and get the house and you just buy. Better not let that devil pin. Saying you ain't got enough, but that's enough. Think about your family. But your baby's gonna eat. $7 million in the pocket full of faith. That's all you need, and best believe that's a full play. Man, we on that new route. Music is the weapon that we pull down. We school down to me out. A lost count of out. Many times we've been up on this road. Easy turn on yellow, 5 times I'm always known. Bells in the strange, but the strange is better normal. Yeah, we get it sweet, but also R&B's with no AC in the heat. They kept us on our knees. What it's gonna be, create a nation in a dream tag team. Parents get the parents came, now we get the teams drive.
Travel, let's
Yeah.
leads to true success. Let's go.
Let's go, y'all. Hey, yeah.
For this road is travel, let's leads to true success. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's ride to the sunset.
on the way,
Live life with no regrets.
no regrets.
Free from my
On my jet,
can't wait to sleep next.
ride,
Let's ride into the sunset. Live life with no regrets.
no regrets, y'all.
Free from my bed.
Hey,
Can't wait to sleep next.
ride.
Woo! Dang, that was so good, you guys. Wow. Talent. I saw you with their beatbox and I was like,
He was like, man,
I felt left out. I'm like something right now.
Because nobody has
I'm all talented.
I was like shaking my water.
I think I might picked up a new talent.
there you go.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you guys for coming on today, Coffee with Tara, and just sharing your story and so much wisdom. And I'm excited for you guys and what God has in store for you. So what's your email? Where can people find you guys if they want you to perform somewhere? Come to their state.
So
Booking.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, booking at
BecomeBooking at Gmail. As far as contacting us for possible connections and venues and so forth, we're on like every social media outlet, except for Twitter. Ain't nobody use Twitter. Anyway, no, but anyway, there goes that sponsorship. Anyway, no. So like we're all on a lot of the social media outlets. On Facebook, it's Become2016 is one word. YouTube is Become2016. Instagram is Become2016 _ the movie.
Cool.
Even Periscope, Become2016 live.
And just go to the website.
Yeah, and the website.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a blessed day. See ya.